Welcome to another powerful episode of Straight Talk, the show where we spotlight the truth and tackle the tough issues shaking our nation. Today we're diving deep into the heart of our democracy, the electoral process, and asking the big question, why does every election feel rigged? Today's hard reality exposes our failure as a people to do simple things in simple ways. Democracy, they say, is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. But the people have remained victims of a rigged electoral process. This is what we call the illusion of choice. A manipulation that has left our democracy in the mud. We queue for hours under the sun to flash our PVCs like golden tickets, but deep down we know the results were decided long before the ballot boxes arrived, a theatrical display that we have been watching the same recycled script for decades. Now let's talk about how the scam works. Let's break it down, step by step. The first on the list is the popular vote buying. From bags of rice to crisp thousands of naira notes, our poverty is weaponized every 4 years. They buy loyalty not with policies but with misappropriated stolen funds of past dispensation. The idea that a hungry man will sell tomorrow to eat today, and that's exactly what politicians bank on. But when financial inducement no longer guarantees compliance, the next tool in the playbook emerges: violence. This stage exploits the vulnerability and misguided energy of some idle youth, often recruited as political thugs, trading their future for a few bottles of alcohol or a handful of narcotics in exchange for chaos. These young men, driven by instant gratification, selling their tomorrow, become instruments of destruction, storming polling units, snatching ballot boxes, intimidating voters, and unleashing mayhem. And perhaps the most tragic part, security operatives, the very people meant to protect the democratic process, often stand by in silence. In some cases, they actively participate. It's not just a breakdown of order, it's a betrayal of trust at every level. Even when people defy all odds to vote, the very body tasked with this very process fumbles. Late arrival of materials, broken BVS machines, missing result sheets, and then mysterious figures appear overnight, shifting outcomes like ghosts in the dark. All thanks to corruption. Let's not forget the role of these political elites. Nigeria's political class doesn't compete, they conspire. They switch parties like outfits. Today's loser is tomorrow's minister. Today's opposition becomes tomorrow's power broker. And at the center of it all, the people, played like pawns in a chess game with no rules. At the end, we are left with a process likened to an expensive scam, stealing both time and destiny, having predetermined winners and recycled failures. A reasonable person would ask, how far has this failed national process misaligned us with the rest of the world? The wrong leaders are enthroned. Policies fail realities, budgets are looted, and we pay the price in bad roads, poor hospitals, collapsing education, and insecurity. As the saying goes, if you vote wrongly, you suffer quietly for 4 years. But in Nigeria, it's worse. We suffer for generations. Let's say a system built to fail, reforms made to bury it. They say electronic transmission. But let's be honest, the system is big disguise. It's the same electoral body, the same godfathers, the same impunity, just dressed in modern tech. The only thing digital in process elections is the propaganda. Okay, let's pause here. So what do? How do we fight against this religion? We must get wiser and educate our peers, shame the vote buyers, and not celebrate them. We must hold INEC accountable, not excuse their failures. We use our phones, our voices, our platforms, because voter enlightenment is the only antidote to electoral fraud. Let me leave you with this. In a nation where elections are rigged, silence is complicity. And here at Straight Talk, we don't do silence, we do truth. This is Straight Talk with Sullivan, where every voice matters, especially yours. Join the conversation on all socials, share your voting experience, and tag us, because fixing Nigeria starts with exposing the lies and demanding the truth. Until next time, I'm Mr. June, reminding you, don't sell your vote, don't sell your voice, don't sell your future.